So the people who made it on Friendtech very early pretty much made thousands and thousands and even millions of dollars from trading fees. And in this video, I do want to have a look at AVAX because AVAX just launched a new SocialFi platform called Stars Arena. They have over 20,000 followers. And the big question is, can this be the new Friendtech? Can this be the ultimate competition to Friendtech? Obviously, guys, AVAX has been pumping right here. As you guys can see, is in green, 5.8% in the last 24 hours. We could see that on the daily time frame, this thing has gone from $8 all the way to $10.6, looking pretty decent. Oversold, overbought on the RSI, so you guys have to be careful. But we could see a massive surge in AVAX very soon because of Stars Arena. So let's have a look on Stars Arena. First of all, I didn't even know about this, but I just created an account about a day ago, 24 hours ago. I have 9 followers already. 17 shares, over 30 shares have been traded on my account, and I had no idea. I mean, I just logged in after 24 hours ago. We had 17 buys, 15 sales. I have 3 holders. 10 AVAX is the volume. Obviously pretty low, nothing too crazy. 10 times 10, it's 100, only $100. But I'm not the biggest influencer out there, right? So obviously, if you guys want to buy my share, I will be leaving a link in the description below. CryptoNews with 2 E's right here. You could buy it, only 0.04 AVAX. This is not to promote me to make money whatsoever, but just to tell you guys, that Stars Arena can be the next big thing. And if you create an account, you could leave your link or your username in the description below or in the comments below, and I will essentially be buying your key. Okay, so right here, the future of social DeFi right here, AVAX sitting at $10.56, $3.7 billion of market cap right here, $146 million worth of volume traded. So obviously looking pretty good. A lot of the volume is coming essentially from the SocialFi Stars Arena, which is pretty bullish. You guys can see that Stars Arena came out a few weeks ago or even a couple weeks ago, and you could see that this thing has been really skyrocketing. Now remember, guys, this is just the beginning. Okay, this is just the beginning for Stars Arena. We know what happens when a lot of people get into it. We saw what happened with Friendtech, to the early people, right? They essentially made thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars by just trading keys. So that's what's happening right now. If we have a look on crypto bubbles, we could see that the whole market has been a little bit shaky, a little bit. Some is in red, some is in green. The whole market is pretty much waiting for the next big move on Bitcoin. We're going to be having a look at a technical analysis on Bitcoin towards the end of the video because Bitcoin is king, Bitcoin's the leader. And we know that when Bitcoin makes big moves, that's when altcoins make big moves. Okay, so make sure you guys stick through the end because this is going to be an interesting one. We could see right here that AVAX is pretty much making some moves. Okay, so we're going to be having a look at a daily resistance, which is sitting at $10.87. We could also see right here that on the RSI, we are nearing that overbought region. Okay, now we know what happened the last time we were overbought. When we were overbought, we were right here. The last time we were getting this overbought was essentially April 15, 2023. Guess what happened? We essentially crashed down. Not the best sign, okay? So we're gonna have to see what happens when we get overbought to that region. We also saw it right here. Boom. We came overbought right here. AVAX pretty much came back and corrected, but that does not necessarily mean that we're going to have a major correction like that. This was a pretty decent correction, 44%. We saw one right here, which was 48%. Another overbought signal right here, which was another 38%. Now, I'm not saying we're going to come back and crash 40%, which should be right here, $5.92. But what I'm saying is that you need to be careful. So if you're trading with leverage, you guys need to be careful with that as well. Okay, now Stars Arena can really blow this up, can really see this thing go parabolic. Okay, so I know RSI is is just small and it doesn't really always respect the RSI, but we could still see some massive in the coming weeks. I mean, we could see right here, guys, on the weekly time frame that it's still very okay. So we had a nice little rebound on the weekly time frame at 31. AVAX made a beautiful bounce right here, and we still have some room to run. Okay, and what I mean run is run. Okay, AVAX can pretty much run like 10x from here. Okay, obviously it's not going to run 10x from here because that would be essentially $100, which would be almost all-time high. 10x would essentially be right here. I'm not saying we could do that, but on the weekly time frame we do have some room to run, which is looking pretty pretty bullish. Okay, now if we have a look at the moving averages on the daily time frame, we could see that AVAX is making some nice moves right here, breaking above the 50 moving average. Let's take away the 9 moving average because it doesn't really matter that much. Let's put the 200 moving average because it matters more. We could see the 200 moving average sitting at $13.46. We did have a first rejection right here on the 200 moving average, and pretty much that's about it. So the fact that we are above on the daily time frame the 50 moving average is looking very, very bullish. It's looking great. If we have a look on the 4-hour time frame, it seems like we have a golden cross happening right here, which is obviously very, very bullish. We had a death cross right here. The last time we had a golden cross was, I believe, right here. Gold cross is one of the 50 moving averages, crosses over the 200 moving average, obviously looking pretty bullish, and that's about it. But the last time we pretty much had that, AVAX went a little bit high, not so crazy. We peaked all the way to as high as, I believe, what was it? It wasn't $100. No way that was $100. Let's take away on the 4-hour time frame. We peaked to as high as $15 from let's see, from $11. So can AVAX increase 50% from here? Very possible. If we have a look right here and we drag it all the way to 15.95, that would be a 50% increase. Let's remove the drawing real quick and let's draw some support resistance, okay? Because that's probably the most important. So we have resistance right here, like we saw on the daily time frame, on the daily time frame at $10.96. Okay, the next level would most likely be right here. Okay, this support that flipped resistance. Now AVAX on the weekly time frame is sitting at a very important level, which is this level right here. Okay, $10.95 is not just a daily resistance, it's a weekly resistance that goes back all the way to January 2021. Okay, so that's like a couple years ago, even more, 3 years ago. So we do have a rejection right here, and right here. Now we know historically every time we go below support, that support to a resistance. Okay, so this was a support, this was a support, this was a support, boom. As soon as we came down, this is going to be a resistance. And the big question is, will AVAX close above on the weekly time frame above that resistance? Because if we do, obviously it's going to be very bullish. If we don't, it's going to be very bearish. Okay, and of course guys, Bitcoin. We're gonna have to see where Bitcoin is going, okay? Because Bitcoin is the king, Bitcoin's the leader, and this is why I do want to have a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, starting with the moving averages, because we did get rejected on the moving average on the daily time frame. So if we have a look right here at Bitcoin and we pop the 200 moving average, because it is probably the most important one, we could see that Bitcoin got rejected 2 times. Not once, but 2 times on the 200 moving average right here. Now, it's true that the 200 moving average is coming a little bit down, which means that there is a higher chance that we break above the 200 moving average. But we saw right here, we got rejected a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, towards the end of August. Right here, a month ago actually, on the 200 moving average. We saw it right here happening twice in 1 week, and it's going to be very interesting to see if we can essentially blow past that. Now, if I take away right here the RSI and the 200 moving average, another good thing is that we are also in a sort of a bull flag, which is pretty darn good. So if I take this like that and I go like that, this is some sort of bull pennant. So we could see a massive breakout within the next couple of days or even hours. We're gonna have to see what happens, really, guys. This triangle is looking promising, obviously. Maybe not on the 4-hour time frame. Even on the 4-hour time frame, I think you could even draw it. Yeah, so if you're drawing the bodies, you could see that this triangle right here is looking pretty good. And if I take the top of the triangle all the way to the bottom and I increase that, we should see Bitcoin fly all the way to 28,820. And of course, if I bring back the 200 moving average, this would essentially be above the 200 moving average, which is pretty. So let me take away the 9 moving average because it doesn't matter so much. Let's take away the 200. Let's put away the 200 moving average. We did have a nice little, I believe this was a death cross, and now of course 28,800 and 300 is sitting approximately right here. Can we see Bitcoin really close above the 200 moving average? That's a question for another day, and we're gonna have to see what happens over the weekend. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like. If you guys want to sign up with Star Arena, the link will be in the description below. You can make a lot of money. I'll see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out.